Namaskar, Adab, Sat Shri Akal. It's interesting how certain pictures seem to touch a chord with a lot more people than other pictures. And this is something I've always found quite fascinating while sharing images on Instagram. And this image, which I'm just going to show you, illustrates that point quite perfectly, as a lot of people didn't just like it but also commented on it. And so here goes, take a look. So I don't intend to speculate on why people like this photograph, because I'd like you to, for instance, think about it for yourself. But I thought I'd share with you a few other images which I shot in this sequence, and how did I arrive at this one. This was early in the morning. I was going for a walk. It was about 6:45 a.m. and as you know, nowadays the sunrise is at about 7:15, so it's dark, and the only light is either street lights or the headlights of passing vehicles. And this happened to be one day when there was pretty heavy mist or fog at that time, and so all these things came into play to create this kind of a dramatic image. And as you'll see, I'll just share these 3-4 images I took with my iPhone, and then I'll talk a bit more about this. So here goes. So there I am walking fairly briskly, which I tend to do early in the morning just to try and stay warm, or get warm in this case, since I just left home. And there were these two security guards coming out of their night shift and walking ahead of me. And what I was struck was, of course, the starkness of the light and the blueness of the sky. And I took 3-4 pictures I just saw, because I wanted to make sure that I had the two chaps in the right position and the body language was also perfect. And the image which I showed you right in the beginning is what, of the ones which I shot, seemed to me to be perfect the way I wanted it. However, as they say, the story doesn't end there. With the iPhone, I find that a lot of times the image is, almost perfect the way one shoots it, especially when it's normal light. But in this case, since the light, was fairly tricky, with the approaching headlight of the car, with the late night blue, inky blue sky, and the light of street lights in some areas of the road, I tend to, and I like to then make some kind of corrections in the image, which I've done. And if you'll notice, and I'm going to show you the two side by side, the one on the left is the original as it came out of the phone, and the one on the right is the one where I've made those minor images corrections to make the sky a bit bluer, to make the foreground deeper to the point of almost being black, because that's the way then I can make the eye travel right to the center, which is where the drama is happening with the approaching headlight of the car, which is still not visible. And I did select this picture because I like the way the two men seem to have frozen there in mid-stride, and that just made the image, and this particular image, that much more dramatic than the others for me. Let me also show you just one more picture which I shot after the one which I thought was the perfect one, because I find this very dramatic too. This is an image where, as the car came into my frame and the headlights suddenly flared and confused the camera too, but somehow I quite like the fact that it just turned everything out of focus, and it's just adding much more mystery and a sense of unreality to the situation. So I am kind of, not torn. I'd say I like both the out of focus and the sharply focused images in this situation. So that's it from me for this particular episode. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for watching. And like I always say and request, please do leave a comment and please do subscribe to the channel. It'd be wonderful to hear from you. Thank you. See you again. Bye.